Hello everybody and welcome again to the ongoing saga of oh my god, Content ID, please stop what you're doing. We've gotten a lot of support come in for the Mentally Advanced series and just for the channel in general since we got hit, and I figured that it would be in best policy to go ahead and show you guys what it is that we're working on as we go along so that you know what you're supporting, and that way you know whether or not you want to continue to maintain that support or withdraw it, because there's some pretty big hurdles ahead of us. I've got to learn pretty much either how to animate or just to do flash work or a couple things. There's some stuff that we can do. I had a friend sent me some stuff on 3D animation, so that's an option, and I had a new friend introduce me to flash puppets, and he explained to me some details with that. I have, in fact, some pictures of this character. He is not Kirby, he is Vasquez, Kirby's cousin, related by marriage or something or other. It's not very attractive. Basically, it was just me taking a really simple character idea like Kirby and then figuring out how to arrange a flash puppet. So this Kirby character, I could actually move him around and animate him with his horrible like toe feet and stuff like that. This little silly mustache. I learned how to do that. It's very basic, a character like Kirby. Ponies, on the other hand, have a lot more working parts, and it would take me kind of a while to learn how to animate them. There's a bunch of puppets that are already out there, very complex puppets, very comprehensive puppets, but we want to try to avoid the show's style as we go on. So we've got to kind of create our own assets. I mentioned using the Rainbow Dash Presents style, and that would be great, but Petirep's going to be slammed until November. So if I start working on the Mentally Advanced series now, it's got to be without Petirep's assets, most likely. Unless it turns out that Petirep has like a good chunk of free time between now and then. But I don't know if that's going to be possible. I'm not going to rely on it. And here's the catch. I'm teaching myself how to draw, but I am not yet... I'm not even sure if you would say that I'm at the novice level, but here's some concept art that I've been working on. I figure I would show this to you guys. Now these actually didn't take me too long to draw up. The ones on the left are me screwing around with some different ideas. Knowing that I'm not a very good artist, I thought to myself, maybe I can hide the fact if I make it look like a 6-year-old child drew the art, like if I intentionally do that. And someone suggested, like, why not try foxes instead of ponies? Because that'll help us with the trademark stuff, we'll get further away. And then technically they're kind of like our own characters. Like Jordan the Fox that's an original character. We can use Jordan to make fun of My Little Pony, and then of course we've still got Jordan the Fox to do any other offshoot thing we feel like, which is the benefit. There's pros and cons, of course, though. If we continue to use the My Little Pony characters, then it's more obvious what jokes we're making. We also get to keep all the horse puns and everything like that. We can really kind of... It's easier to criticize the core material that we're making fun of, and that's good. So you kind of give and take. If we go away from ponies and we move towards like original characters mocking the show, then you know, we get some and we lose some. So, right, on the left here, though, we see we've got Twilight drawn in, like, colored pencil style, and this truly does look like a little kid drew her. I didn't think it would turn out quite this ugly, but it kind of did, and so I'm thinking, we're not going to go with this. And then I went down and I tried the fox, and you can see that I've drawn the fox a couple different times with some different pencil styles, and the bottom two are a little bit closer to each other. I screwed with the ears. I didn't like the ears. The tail, didn't like. The color scheme is okay, though. You can also see I drew without color, a sort of top-down view, a more isometric fox. And then on the right, I just said, forget it, screw it. I'm trying to draw like this cutesy art style because My Little Pony is very cutesy. And I said, let's just see how it looks. If I just draw ponies and like foxes in the way that feels comfortable to me, this is what it looks like. So on the right is kind of the style that apparently I'm going to trend to if I'm just left to my own devices, if I don't consciously try to alter what I'm doing. In Flash, though, it turns out, after looking at Flash, if we do puppets, it's probably going to be basically crisp. We're not going to have the option to make it look like the stuff on the left, which is fine because the stuff on the left is ugly. But it's all going to be crisp. It's going to be like the My Little Pony show where it's lots of clean lines and everything else. What I think I will do, though, is for backgrounds, I might use something like a crayon tool to design backgrounds, and then we can export like a Flash puppet, or if I just wind up hand drawing stuff, that'll work too. But if the backgrounds are all crayon, because they're background and you don't notice them as much, it can kind of it could kind of work for us. I noticed that there are other series that do this, like for example, Catface, which is something that I believe Weeble does, if you know Weeble and Bob. Catface does that, where all their backgrounds are drawn in like really sloppy crayon style. They're very silly, and you really don't notice it very much. But I was just kind of watching other Flash cartoons on the internet to get a feel for what they do and how they set their stuff up, and so that's totally workable. And if we do that, then it'll be okay. That I don't know what I'm doing really well. The main drawback is just going to be that our characters in the foreground are going to look a little unprofessional. Starting off, we might do still frame stuff, because that'll be easier. It's going to take me kind of a while to learn how to animate. And I would like to learn how to animate. I would like to actually progress to that. As long as we're doing our own original characters and everything else, why not do animations? That would be good. It would be exciting, engaging. I think that everybody would like that. But yes, I know that I've got some emails that were like, yeah, you should go ahead and move into like other things, do other trademarks, yeah, make your own original characters. And then I got some emails that were very much against it. They wanted me to stay with ponies, and they said if you're gonna do mentally advanced series, do ponies. Don't go away. Don't do other stuff. But this is where we're at with it, though. These are the concepts. These are we're at the basic level. Is the main thing that I've got to convey. And I'll continue to do video updates, and I'll let you guys know where we're going with things and what the progress is that we're making, the decisions that I make, and I will read your guys' comments. Like, as you remark on things and as you tell me what to do, if you offer critiques, if you say, Greg, I can clearly see you're doing this in this program, you're wasting a ton of potential, I will take that to heart, and I will do my best to improve and make things much nicer going forward. Because, like I say, I wouldn't even say that I'm at the novice level as far as art goes, so any amount of critique is valuable. Your guys' input, what you want to see, is also valuable as well, because you guys are the ones supporting us, and without your support, we're not going to make it. So, in that sense, you guys are our bosses. So that's the way that we're going to proceed with this. So anyway, though, that's where we're at. Go ahead, and if you have any comments or thoughts, just leave them. I will read them. And I will take them to my heart, and I will try to do my best. I will update with you guys again in the future. Until then, you guys have a good day.